Alright, everybody. Welcome to episode 298 of Psykos Platters, always powered by coffee. Each and every time. So, what's this episode going to be about? That's right, this is a new album review of the new album from Kansas. Yes, Kansas. 2020. Who would have ever thunk, right? Right. And I'll tell you this, I have my little bits of notes. Good old Kansas. Never ceases to amaze me, out of all honesty. This one here, of course, like I said, Absence of Presence, courtesy of Sony Music and Inside Out Music. Here is, you got lyrics, and it comes out like this, beautifully. I'm going to show you something here. This is the whole painting. I really do dig this artwork, just like Prelude Implicit with the artwork that they did for the last album, which we'll talk about that in a second. So, Absence of Presence. This is their 16th studio album, the second with singer Ronnie Platt, who used to sing with Shooting Star and others, and also the first album for new keyboardist Tom Brislin, who was previously a tour keyboardist for Yes, Meatloaf, and others. This was supposed to be out in June of this year, but due to delays, it didn't come out until about the middle end of July in 2020 here. Their last album, Prelude Implicit, was released in September 2016. The whole band here contributes to the writing of the songs here. For those that don't know, Phil Ehart and Richard Williams are the only original and classic lineup members left in the band. You still happen to have Billy Greer and David Ragsdale, who have been around a very long time and contributed to the Kansas legacy as well. 3 singles have come off of this album: Throwing Mountains, Memories Down the Line, and Jets Overhead. Now, Jets Overhead was the first one that I actually heard of first. And the first singles that came out as early as April, somehow I missed out on that. I really did. Billboard album sales, number 10. Germany, it made to number 7. Now I know you're like, well, mighty Psycho, that's great you're giving us all these little facts and spiel. But what you think of the damn album? I know, I go long-winded sometimes, guys, and you'll have to forgive me. Alright? So, let me do a little backstory here really quick, okay? The first time that I discovered Kansas, right around 1975, 1976. Seriously, I was 8, 9 years old. In fact, watching the Dust in the Wind video almost made me want to try out electric violin, or at least violin per se, because oh man, I don't know. It was just, the music was different, okay, at that time, and still kind of to my knowledge, the only 2 bands that really use violin in their body of music is Kansas and Shooting Star. There may be others. I'm not trying to discount, like I know that Velvet Underground, they used some viola. Sorry. But, you know, things like that. But I'm talking about Kansas for a second here. And Robbie Steinhardt, when he, you know, it just blew me away with that sound. Everybody did. Kansas is known for one thing: having excellent musicians at their posts. Seriously, that's the truth. They did waver a little bit in the 80s, in my opinion, but mostly it's been a solid body of work. Going back to Prelude Implicit, which I did a video if you want to see that, I was pleasantly surprised. Ronnie Platt stepped in to a new pair of shoes, in my opinion, not to fill Steve Walsh's big ones. That didn't sound right, did it? That's okay. Ronnie Platt has done a very commendable job for singing for this band. This whole album, if you are a huge prog rock fan, yes, That's a different band. I want you to get this, okay? You will not be disappointed in this album, seriously. My favorites, I wrote them down here. The title track, Absence of Presence, Jets Overhead, Throwing Mountains, Memories Down the Line, Circus of Illusion, Absence of Presence, and this next one I'm bringing up, Animals on the Roof. The lyrics touched me, so to speak, about society, today's society. I have to apologize. I cannot remember which band member went off and commented before this album was released that Absence of Presence in a way had to do with society as a whole and how technology, like cell phones and all this other stuff, you were given different ways of communicating, but the person to person was lost. And I can understand that, because that kind of is how it is now. Lots of good prog rock epics, opuses, whatever you'd like to call them here. I also mentioned here that in part the piano and the violin stand out to me on the songs, and I think that's really great. And like I said, Ronnie's a really good singer. I'm glad he's here. Thank God, new music, Kansas 2020. Yes, please. CD actually comes with a, I know the labels, the sticker's not here. The CD comes with a 5.1 mix. I hate to say this, I could care less about that, but you know, I know there's audiophile fans that will really, really love it. Also, you know, support the band. On Kansas's website, they do have it on vinyl. All right, they have a bunch of different packages for the vinyl, I'd say. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I got this at Walmart. Yeah, I picked this up for like $10 at Walmart for me. I was very surprised, and it was the only copy that my Walmart had. So I know Walmart, Barnes and Noble, they've got, you know, if you can't get it there, deepdiscount.com, Amazon.com. The vinyl, it does come in double black vinyl. I know that I think it's $39 on the band's website, but they also happen to have a strictly to the Kansas band site. It's a double blue. It's a beautiful, I want to say powder blue, maybe like powder opaque blue album. Yeah, I know I sound like a commercial. Forgive me. Like I said, at Kansas's Absence of Presence, go buy this album. If you're a Kansas fan, if you're a prog rock fan, if you want to try something different but yet familiar, grab this. And once again, thank you, Kansas, for putting this out in such trying times for this year. You know what? I know it might be a little while, but keep on going. Keep on rocking, guys. You're going to be going on almost 50 years very, very soon. Just keep going. And you know what, Kansas fans? You guys rock on too, okay? Take care, God bless, and go get this album.